The inaugural season of the PBA on Fox and FS1 has been magical. He's the greatest! So close, so many times, and finally a major.
Here it is, Duke has done it!
But now it's PBA playoff time. After battling all season long, only the top 24 pros of 2019 made the cut. At stake, 100 grand in prize money. Tonight, the playoffs open up the round of 16, and we're starting off with two of the top players in the game. World number one, Jason Belmonte versus the pro with the fro. Fan fave Kyle Troup looks to pick his way to an upset. The PBA playoffs continue now here on FS1. It is week 3 of the PBA playoffs from Portland, Maine's iconic Bayside Bowl. And tonight, we welcome the top 8 bowlers on the planet into the fray. With the first round in the books, the top seeds enter the action off of their earned buys. These 16 all fighting to be back right here in early June for our title showdown. 2 first-to-2-point matches on your way tonight, and it all begins with the most anticipated round of 16 encounter, Belmo versus Troup. It is the top 2 faces in the sport of bowling right now, kicking off yet another Knockdown Monday here on FS1. Thrilled you're with us tonight. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson with you. A wise legend once said, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. Right now, Kyle Troup and really the entire sport of bowling is looking up at the man, and that man is Jason Belmonte, a living legend in his prime.
Yeah, no question about it. He's the best player on the planet. I mean, this year he's #1 in earnings, #1 in average, and because of his win at the World Championship, he's now #1 when it comes to major championship victories. Jason Belmonte is leading the tour in money by almost $100,000. And in this event, he's eyeing another $100,000 prize. He sets the bar each and every week out here. He is definitely the man to beat. Kyle Troup, well, he's quickly becoming one of the most popular players on the PBA Tour. And tonight he looks for a major upset and a step closer to not only being a young gun out here, but a big gun. But Rob, you said it best. If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best.
And Troup has that opportunity as he takes on world #1, Jason Belmonte. Belmo doesn't just set the bar, he is the bar. 3 titles already here in 2019. The best finish for Kyle Troup so far, a 3rd place finish. Now let's meet our first 2 round of 16 competitors.
The number 17 seed is from Taylorsville, North Carolina. Give it up for Kyle Troup. He'll be facing the #1 seed all the way from Orange, New South Wales, Australia. Give it up for Jason Belmonte.
Let's join the 3rd member of our team, Kimberly Pressler.
So, Jason, it's becoming a reoccurring thing that you come into an event as the #1 seed. It's the 5th this season. So how do you manage the expectation as coming in as the top seed?
Yeah, I think everybody else's expectation of me is always lower than my own. I push myself as hard as I can every single time I bowl. So as long as I do what I want to do and keep pushing myself, then hopefully it'll be okay for everybody else's expectations.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. And Kyle, you beat Hall of Famer Kris to get here, and you are going now one-on-one against a future Hall of Famer and one of the best in the world. So what does this opportunity mean to you?
It's an honor right now to be able to bowl the best bowler in the world on TV here on FS1. It's going to be an exciting match. I'm prepared to win each match here, and this is a 2nd match, so he's got to beat me and the beautiful souls at Bayside Bowl. So Portland, Maine, let's go.
All right, you heard him. Let's go.
Both trying to get this crowd on their side. Here's a look at our round of 16 format, and it is a race to 2 points. Bowlers will bowl 2 games against each other, each game worth 1 point.
If a player wins both games, he wins the match, moves on with the 2 points. If the players split the 2 games, meaning they each get 1 point, a 9th and 10th frame roll-off will decide the final point that is awarded. If any game within a match is tied, we'll have a 1-ball roll-off to determine the winner of that game. And they're rolling tonight on the Don Carter oil pattern.
Same pattern we've been using. The players are going to start pretty much around third arrow, feed it out to about that 6-7 board, and then hook it back into the pocket. Follow the transition left when they break down to look for more oil.
Let's roll.
I'm excited for this one.
I think we all are. Kyle Troup, your 17 seed. You could make a case a victory here tonight would be his best win of his professional career.
Well, it'd be a big win and certainly a stepping stone in the right direction.
That's how you start.
That's a great start. 15-6.
Oh, he's going to write his name up on the board already. Nope, he's got the Sharpie ready. He's got the Sharpie ready to add his name and move on to the round of 8 after 1 shot. I like the confidence, kid. I like it a lot.
That's pretty good.
Guess who it's not going to face? That guy, Jason Belmonte. Messenger! Get in your home! This is why we were so jacked up for this one.
Headpin goes to the sidewall, comes flying off and slams into the 10 and says, hey, where's that money you owe me?
Back-to-back opening jacks for Belmo. That's why he's best in the world.
I'm not sure this match is going to need a lot of commentary. I think
it's best you and I just kind of sit.
Yeah, we'll step aside and let the action speak for itself.
Bayside Bowl will talk us through this one. Troup with a strike in the first. Here he is in the second.
Look out. 2 straight up the lane. There was not enough angle. Yeah, he's going to get the ball right over here to the right side of the 3-pin. The idea is to cover both pins with the ball. Good cover.
There we go.
Back in week 1, Kyle Troup took on the Hall of Famer Kris Barnes. Troup picked up the crowd picked him up. Donuts in attendance, and the throw with the stare down as well, en route to the 236-205 win over Kris Barnes. Messenger goes backdoor and misses the 10-pin, and then another nestles up.
Almost sure like 3 pins at the 10-pin on that shot. One went behind, one rolls into it. Headpin actually goes behind it.
He's a delight to be around.
He really is a fun guy.
Really enjoy our time with him, what he's brought to this sport. And that's him, man. That smile is there all the time, enjoying life. Belmo is a little more all business.
Going with Idle Pearl.
Belmo perfect through 3 as he pursues another major payday here on the tour. $100,000 for our champion. And that champion will be decided Sunday, June 2nd, live on Fox from right here in Portland. No problems for Belmo so far.
Game 1, and I'm just amazed at how deep Belmo is already on the right lane. I mean, that was close to 5th arrow. 23-24 board, Brent Sims working our Specto from Kegel. otherwise known as strike track, 23.4 on the right lane. Hey, Rob.
What's Australian for ham bone?
I was just going to ask you that.
Well, Belmo's got the first 4, Randy. Should he or anybody else on tonight's show roll a perfect game, everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To claim your free game, simply head to gobowling.com. Register for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. They might have to extend that promotion to our friends in Australia at this rate. Afro Fish is the chant. An Afro Fish in an early 31-pin hole. Going with the halo.
I don't know how much of that is bad location or turbulence being created by Jason Belmonte, because Jason is definitely farther left at the laydown than Kyle Troup. So is Jason's ball creating some disturbance, drawing up the front part of the lane and creating early hook?
3-6, taking care of 90% of the time. So on the plus side, Troup remains clean. But after that opening strike, it's been a trio of spares, and he's down 33 as we open up the 5th. Again, it's a race to 2 points.
Yeah.
Each match, 1 point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you lose the game by 1 or 100.
You're still going to get a second game regardless. Right now, Kyle might want to start thinking about that second game.
Well, and again, I think this is all about the disturbance from Jason Belmonte, his ball track being farther left than Kyle's, and it's making Kyle's bowling ball hook early. His move now is to move farther left and try to open up the lane and play them identical to what Belmonte is playing them.
Open frame in the 5th. This is his normal build-up. And pretty soon we're going to update that graphic because he's on the verge of being a 5-time PBA Player of the Year. Only about one man can stand in his way right now. That's Jacob Buttriff, your 2 seed, and we'll see in action in the coming weeks. Belmo drops the nickel here in Portland.
Rob, both players suffering finger injuries. Belmo on his middle finger, Troup ring finger. And I was wondering coming into this match how it would affect the players. We all know what Kyle did in his first match against Barnes, so he's good, but we haven't seen Belmonte in a while, and he looks to be just fine.
You and I talked to him on the lanes before this start. He said, look, please make it clear, I'm not using this as an excuse. It's only a little bit of a pinch of pain right there at the release. Right of target, and the perfect game is over, but he's still up 59.
That was about 2.5 inches right of where he wanted it, and he leaves at 210. He'll try to get it over into this area here and throw the 2-pin into the 10.
Open frame. Oh, it has been all Belmo early on. 5 straight strikes to kick off our opening match here in round of 16. Game 1 of Belmo versus Troup continues next. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Go Bowling. For promotional offers, tips to improve your game, news, or to locate a bowling center near you, log on to gobowling.com. Subject of this week's Ebonite Flashback, Jason Belmonte. What a career, what a season it's been for him, right, Randy? Back on February 10th in Akron, Ohio, tied 2 bowling legends, Earl Anthony, PDW, by winning that 10th career major at the TOC. And then he took his business to Detroit. World Series of Bowling, the Chameleon Championship, won his 20th career title.
Yep.
Took care of Andres Gomez in that one. But he wasn't done in Big D yet. 2 days later, at the PBA World Championship. Belmo clearly with history on his mind, and that's what he did. Defeated Jacob Butruff to earn his 11th career major, giving him the most major titles in the sport. His kids back home in Australia able to watch that with their classmates.
That was incredible, seeing those kids. I mean, man, I'm not sure there was a dry eye in Detroit watching that.
I was welling up a little bit.
And there you see the list of the major champions, and now he is the head of that list. Pretty incredible. Led 3 majors consecutively, first to ever do that. Won 2 out of the 3. And now Kyle Troup stepping up here, 45-pin deficit. But again, remember, you have to win 2 points. You get a point for winning the game. Good shot there by Kyle. Probably made an adjustment where he moved his feet farther left and opened the lane up a little bit more. Yep, a big 3 boards to the left with his feet and 2 at his target.
Just his second strike of this opening match. Again, the format here at the round of 16, you earn a point every time you win a game. First to 2 points wins and moves on to the round of 8. Maybe figuring things out just in time for the second match.
Well, he's chasing the transition. You know, the higher the rev rate, the more that bowling ball is going to chew up the oil pattern. And Jason Belmonte's got the highest rev rate on tour. So the lanes change a lot faster than when you're bowling a guy like me. Kyle Troup figured it out in the last 2 shots.
Don't want to write off Kyle Troup yet, because comebacks have been one of the themes early on here at the PBA playoffs. Jesper Svensson with a big one. Ditto for Wes Malott. Hard to come back against this guy, though. You always need to remain within touching distance. Otherwise, Belmo is just going to run away from you.
Well, we saw one of the ways to beat Jason Belmonte, and that was, well, that was the craziest pin carry that we've seen in a long time at the Players' Championship, when he left not 1, but 2 pocket 710s against Simonson.
Belmo used one of his 2 re-racks. So the 1 seed has 1 more left. Up 35 as we begin the 8th.
I mean, the pin action is so dirty.
Is that Charlie Mitchell right there in the gold jacket?
It is.
Purple ruffled shirt, the co-proprietor here at Bayside Bowl. Again, I've confirmed this. He doesn't rent, he owns those clothes.
You confirm that?
I'm a journalist, if nothing else, Randy.
And a damn good one.
Right, as far as you know.
Troup high again, running out of frames, running out of time.
But only running out of times in frame here in game number 1.
Correct.
He'll have another crack at Belmo when this one's done. And right now, with this deficit for Kyle, is it, as he calls for a re-rack, is it just about, let's try to figure out the ball, let's try to figure out the lanes, and let's game plan for game number 2?
Absolutely. It's figuring out transition and when he should move, because he has to make the move before he goes high, before he goes through the nose. So a lot of it is deductive reasoning and a good guess. But staying ahead of the transition is going to be key for him. Interesting carry, or lack of, I should say. Watch this. Gets into that mixed zone and leaves the blower 6-pin, or excuse me, blower 4-pin. Now he's throwing a strike ball. So game one's going to be a rout. It's going to be 1 point for Belmonte as he steps up in the ninth frame. He can strike out for 266.
By the way, you haven't heard a peep out of Belmo here.
Oh, no. It's business.
Yeah, this is a business
usual.
trip. Yeah, this is 100% business in Portland.
Listen, there's too much money on the line. Jason Belmonte is in bed at night. He's not out walking the streets partying in Portland, and if he does, it's just a quick meal. He knows what's at stake and what's on the line, and he is pure business.
He has really managed himself wonderfully through the course of this PBA tour this year. Again, with the partnership with Fox, it really became a tour again. It's a grind. It's week in, week out. And a lot of the guys, A, hadn't planned for it, and B, certainly didn't manage it well. Belmo came into the season, Randy, and he told us this back in December of last year. I've got a plan. I'm going to take some time off.
Yep.
And he asked people, what's the best way to do this? And Norm Duke was one of the guys who said, man, sometimes you just got to walk away and take a week off. Say, I'm missing this tournament. Get your head back. Get your energy level back. See your family. Of course, that's a big one for him, having to find the pockets to get back to his beautiful family in Australia. And every step he's taken this season has been perfect. And imagine if he had to carry what his numbers would be this season at those big events.
Right. Well, you know, the other question is if he didn't get injured, what would have happened at the Masters?
Game one in the books. It was all Belmo. Does he have more in his take to drop Troup and move on to the round of 8? '19 FIFA Women's World Cup fires up early June. All eyes, of course, on Alex Morgan, Carly Lloyd, and the rest of the U.S. women's national team as the defending champs head to France looking to win that historic 4th Women's World Cup. They did it 4 summers ago in Canada, trying to do it again in Europe this time. All the matches live on Fox and FS1.
Are you going to be there?
Oh, man, am I ever.
Looking forward to it?
I cannot wait. Cannot wait. But I'm also looking forward to the conclusion of the PBA playoffs. Really curious to see how deep Belmo and Troup are going to be able to go. Again, the championship match coming your way June 2nd. But here we are kicking off the round of 16. And in match number 1, Kyle Troup got kicked by Jason Belmonte. Kimberly?
He did, but he still has a chance to even it up here. So Kyle, in the first game with Jason, you were playing further right. After the first break, you moved left. You did 2 different ball changes. So what do you have to do in this next game, you know, to stay ahead of the transition and maybe even it up?
I would say I've definitely figured out the transition of the lane. I was prepared for it, but I do need to just make some better shots this game. I made about 4, so I can't be too happy with that game, but he's got a great ball reaction. I feel like I have the right answer now, so let's just make some better shots and pick it out.
All right, best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
And again, here in the rounds of 16 and 8, it is a race to 2 points, 2 games against each other, each game worth 1 point. If a player wins both games, it's done, it's over, and you move on to the round of 8. If the players split the 2 games, each getting 1 point, a 9th and 10th frame roll-off will decide the final point that is awarded. So Belmo, should he win this one, he moves on to May's round of 8. Belmo starts first on the left. Rinse and repeat.
And that's why you want to have power when you play that kind of angle and you hit the pocket a little bit light. You want to throw pins everywhere, and you have to have power, revolutions, and ball speed to make that happen. Belmonte has all of that. Troup has all that as well, but you heard him say that he made about 4 good shots the last game. He's going to have to do much better than that to even this up.
4 good shots will never beat Jason Belmonte.
Usually not.
You need to double that, would be my guess. And already he starts in a precarious situation.
Right through the face, leaving the big 4, and the 7 falls late.
just like that, you're down 11 to the best player on the planet. Kyle with success here in the past in Portland, won the doubles title. There you go. There you go. It's an interesting mix for him. He certainly needs to manage himself, manage his energy and emotions, while also doing that role of a salesman and pumping up this crowd and getting them involved and getting them on his side.
It's just amazing the difference between the two players in terms of reaction and personality on the lanes. I mean, both players are very similar in terms of power and speed and the way they throw it and how they're playing the lanes, but reaction after a shot completely different. Stoic Jason Belmonte, animated Kyle Troup.
Let's take a look at tonight's Columbia 300 fun fact. With 21 career PBA Tour titles, Belmo is now only one behind Marshall Holman for 11th on the all-time list. Brian Voss is number 10 with his 25 career wins. There's your all-time title list. Belmo slowly, methodically making his way up the list. Holman, Voss, Johnson all on the sights. He's already your all-time majors win leader. He's got a lot of work to go as far as winning all-time tour titles are concerned.
Yeah, he's got a ways to go to catch Walter Ray Williams Jr. I'm not sure that record will ever be broken.
Never say never.
And what's interesting is that Jason Belmonte, his spare ball is actually drilled differently, where he puts his fingers into the second joint. It's more of a conventional grip without the thumb, so less pain on his middle finger.
Walks away from that one. Strike, strike, spare for Belmo. Takes a seat. Kyle Troup steps up. Right lane in the third, opened up with an open frame and then followed it with the strike.
He's got to make better shots to get back in this, but he can tie it with a strike in the third and the fourth frame. Right now, it's all about execution for Kyle Troup.
Well, right lane has given him some problems here.
I actually think he threw that one good. And I don't think he expected the ball to hook nearly that much. Which just tells me that he's not lined up properly on the right lane.
What would you tell him to do?
Move about 4 or 5 left with his feet and about 2 or 3 with his target. Maybe 2.
There we go.
That was interesting. The strike track is telling us that Jason Belmonte is definitely playing the right lane to hook more. He's much deeper with his feet on that right lane, and that's probably why he's having the success and Kyle Troup isn't. Nice pin carry there for Kyle on the left lane.
But he's down 34. Belmo in the fourth. Strike, strike, 9 spare.
Yeah, Jason's way deeper on that lane. You can see the laydown is just about into the left gutter. Look at that. He laid that down probably about the 37th board, which means he's got 2 more inches before it's in the left gutter. But you know, when you get that deep, that's where all that power comes. It becomes such a huge advantage because the more angle, the more hitting power you need to knock out all 10, especially on an off hit. Well, that location looked okay, but it looked like he may have missed it a little bit at the bottom of the swing. He didn't quite catch all of it, lost a little bit of power. The ball didn't pick up. Leaves the 210 once again. Both 210s he's left, Rob, have been on that left lane.
Converted 15% of the time on the tour. Yeah!
No letting up.
That is your no-brainer hammer tough spare replay. What a beautiful effort from Belmo to clean that mess up. 2-10 punch fist.
Still no emotion.
None.
Got a little bit of a fist pump, but that was pretty much it. There you go. Now he's in the right part of the lane, on that lane, but he's still not as deep as Belmonte by about 4 boards. He's getting a little bit closer to the Belmonte traffic, and much better result on that right lane. Cut the lead to 14 now with a strike here. He's got to win this game to even up this match.
Triple for Troup.
Back in it.
Belmo's lead cut to 14. Can he close out Troup and move on to the round of 8? Plus, the stoicism from Belmo. We've got a theory. That next.
I'm Jason Belmonte. And you're watching the PBA on FS1.
Welcome back to Portland. Flow Bowling is the exclusive home of PBA's Extra Frame. Features live streaming of all Go Bowling PBA Tour and PBA 50 Tour events. Next up on Flow Bowling, live coverage of the PBA 50 Tour's first major of 2019, Randy. It's the national championship from Spanish Springs Lanes in the Villages, Florida. Exclusive live start-to-finish coverage starts tomorrow. Get your subscription today by clicking on the Flow Bowling link on PBA.com.
That's a great event. I've bowled it a few times.
Ever won it?
No.
Why not?
Wasn't good enough.
Who's going to win it this week?
Norm Duke.
Okay. So Jason Belmonte has been awfully stoic all evening long so far.
He almost looks bored.
Bored. Yeah, I understand the board. I think it's more slightly teed off. Maybe a bit, I'm going to teach somebody a lesson.
Yeah.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't know, but we have a theory, and it goes all the way back to Earl Anthony.
Yeah, when we used to bowl against Earl Anthony in match play, we were told by some of our mentors to not do anything to irritate Earl Anthony, because if you did, he would get up and he'd squash you. He would not only beat you so bad, but he would embarrass you. And so the key to bowling Earl Anthony was throwing your shot and then sitting down. Not slapping it off, not running it out, not hooping it up.
Don't poke the bear.
Great lesson to be learned. Don't poke the bear.
Kyle might have, I don't know if he poked, might have grazed, might have nudged the bear just a little bit. And out of respect. I mean, Kyle was a showman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not a disrespectful
None
thing.
at all.
No, it's his, that's his personality. And you know what? If he was bowling Tommy Jones right now, Tommy Jones would be giving it right back to him. And, Kris Barnes and him were in a real tight match. Kris would be giving it right back to him. That's just not Jason Belmonte's way.
I mean, he's not even smiling at the double effort to chase down the deadwood.
He's all business. He's just so focused in on what he's trying to do.
But you're going to see a smile when this one is done, if he can finish it off. So let's go 3D on Kyle Troup right now and look at the adjustments he's made early to where he was in frame 5. So
right.
The red is frame 1, the blue is frame 5.
Exactly. Remember, we talked about it. He went through the nose in the first and the third frame and then finally made that big move. And that's the change that you see with the blue ball. It was a good 4-board laydown and a good 3 boards at the arrows. That looks good. It is good. And all of a sudden, we have a 4-pin match.
4-bagger for Troup.
4-bagger?
Oh,
Did you just say?
I misspoke? I
Oh,
misspoke.
you misspoke.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ham bone for Kyle Troup.
I think maybe you should change that just when Kyle's bowling, just for Kyle. Maybe call it a fro bone or something.
Ooh, nice. A fro bagger.
Fro bagger, like that. Guess who just took the lead? Kyle Troup.
He's got that crowd behind him, too.
It's game on.
Yeah, young and old fired up in Portland.
Yep. What a comeback for Kyle. 2 openings early on that right lane. Kyle makes the right adjustments, and then he executes brilliantly for a 5-bagger.
Guess whose pulse did not change? Jason Belmonte.
He's been perfect on this right lane.
Strike number 5 of game 2. Belmo wins it. He moves on to the round of 8. This is a must-win game for Kyle Troup. If Troup can win this, he'll force a roll-off. He'll have a 9th and 10th frame roll-off to decide the final points.
Rob, last 2 shots for Belmonte on this left lane. Light left the 2-10 split, light again, and broke out the 2-8-10, and only leaving the 10-pin. So he's gone light the last 2 shots on this left lane. Whatever he does, though, he cannot shut out Kyle Troup.
Double for Belmo.
Pretty good touch there. Looked like he got a little bit softer with his ball speed to give the ball time enough to turn the corner. Now it's all up to Kyle Troup. If he strikes in the 9th and doubles in the 10th, he'll tie this up. It'll put him in the 240s. Max score for Belmonte, 239. Big shot here for Kyle. Wow. Good stuff. Not a big reaction. In fact, no reaction at all from Kyle after that shot.
Maybe he's learned from the master.
Oh, well, I like it after he threw his shot on the left lane because now he has time to sit and chill, you know, so he can get that heart rate back down to where it needs to be. He has time. But I like the fact that he also didn't hoop that last shot up, right? He didn't get up.
Let the crowd do the hooping up. You do your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that his dad in the background there? Didn't like this one, though. Look at that. He was showing us that cardboard cutout the other day. 2 different pants were torn and then sewn together to make that. Gotta get this, and he does.
Belmonte now just needs the first strike in the 10th frame and good count. And he will win this match in the Sweet 16 round against Kyle Troup.
Good finish. Way to make it interesting.
It was a great finish, Rob. And I think what happened was I think the left lane transitioned right in front of him, and it got Kyle because it looked like that shot there. He moved it a little bit deeper and opened the lane up. And I think he fought that throughout this entire match. However, it's not over. Jason Belmonte has to strike on this ball.
For Kyle, a 37-pin improvement over his first game.
Wow, we're tied.
And that gets Kyle out of his chair.
We got action, boys.
Did you hear him?
We got action, boys. That's what he said.
How about that little kick right there, though, to make this just a single pin spare conversion. Takes care of it.
The good news for Jason is he's going to get another shot on that left lane, and that last shot hooked a lot, so I look for him to make another move. I think that's the first time we've heard Jason say anything this entire match.
So Troup has won this game already, so we're tied at runs, which means we've got a 9th and 10th frame roll-off to decide the final point awarded.
Ladies and gentlemen, by PBA playoff rules, this match must be decided by a 9th and 10th place roll-off. Kyle Troup finished on the left lane. He will start this roll-off, complete his 9th frame. Then Jason Belmonte will start on the right lane, bowl the 9th and 10th frame, and then Kyle will finish up on the left lane. Good luck, gentlemen.
Look, Belmo has been in control of this from the start. But he gave a lifeline to Troup, and now it comes down to just 2 frames to move on to the round of 8. We said at the beginning, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. The man right now, the man who sets the bar, is that guy, Jason Belmonte. Kyle Troup trying to prove his worth here on the tour and take a shot at the belt. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Another great shot by Kyle. He's lined up on the left lane. My concern for Belmonte is his last 2 shots on the right lane. Remember, he went high, and then on his fill shot, he went light.
Again, treating this is a 2-frame game right now to move on. Just bowling the 9th and the 10th. Belmo up on the right side, trying to match strikes with Troup. Max score is 60. Have that.
Well, that's big.
Have that.
Carries that little light shaker.
Now the 7-pin got RKO'd.
Belmonte's going to finish on the left lane. And this is going to be a very interesting shot to see if he's in the right part of the lane. He's in a pretty good spot. I bet he moves off of that shot, though. That was pretty high flush. Next shot is so big. Everything that Jason Belmonte does in this 10th frame, Kyle Troup has to match.
This typical methodical build-up to his shot. Second shot here in the 10th.
Oh, man. He got a little bit wide, and it came around the corner late and left an ugly ring at 10. A little bit more angle going into the pocket. And
Not on that one. Not on that one.
yeah, he liked it.
Sort of Undertaker eyes from Belmo.
So if Jason makes this, Troup needs to throw 2 in the 10th, and he will knock the #1 seed out of the tournament.
So he's done for now. Now, that is an anger whip because he knows he gave Troup an opportunity. And it starts with this shot.
Has to strike on this shot, Rob.
Let's see what you're made of, kid.
This is what a professional lives for, moments like this.
You want the belt? Earn the belt. Must have strike end. He doesn't get it. Belmo moves on.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what a horrible, horrible break. What a great shot. The bowling ball goes right by the 9-pin. Unbelievable. Great performance. What a comeback by Kyle Troup. And then just a complete hose job on the shot in the 10th frame.
Number one survives and advances.
Watch this, Rob. Bowling ball's going to go right by it. Unreal. Jason watched it happen.
Troup done. Belmo moves on. Kimberly with our winner.
So, Jason, you had ball in hand to win it in that second match, and you came up to the 10th, and you needed a strike. You got a spare. What happened?
Yeah, you know, I think I kind of over-wanted it. I wanted to make sure that my ball went through the pins right, so I over-hit it. And then in that roll-off, all I wanted to do was just let it off my hand the way that I had the previous, 11 frames. So the one in the 10th there was perfect. The 11th one was probably better, and it left a 10-pin, but that's how it goes.
Now, let's talk a minute about the fact that you didn't smile at all during this until just right now. You were all business. Why was that?
Well, the truth of it is, this crowd, it's so infectious, and it's so loud, and it's so awesome that I kind of feel like if you let them in just a little bit, they'll make you explode. So I really wanted to focus myself on just being in the moment, do my own thing, and then when the time was right to let it out. Unfortunately, I went first, so I had to wait for Kyle, and he threw a great shot with that 9-pin. I was almost certain I was going to see another shot from him, but I think now that I've relaxed a little bit, I've enjoyed the moment out here, I'm going to let them in just a little bit more every round, and then hopefully by the final, if I'm lucky to get there, it'll be fireworks.
Well, you're not done here yet today because you still need to go sign that board. Congratulations on advancing.
Well, no shortage of fireworks in our opening showdown tonight. Jason Belmonte moves on to the round of 8. You can see him next Monday, May 20th. He's going to take on the winner of our next match. Tom Doherty versus Kris Prather will get you set for that one, which comes your way next year on FS1. Plus, folks, have you ever wondered how Randy keeps himself so toned, so limber, so downright handsome? Randall reveals his secrets next. Welcome back to Portland, Maine, our continuing coverage of the PBA playoffs from beautiful Bayside Bowl. Our first round of 16 match in the books. Tom Doherty getting ready for match number 2 as he gets set to take on Clark Kent clone Kris Prather. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer, Randy Peterson back here with you. You all right? What are you doing?
1004, 1005.
This week's Go Bowling with Randy question is...
Watch out for the guns, Rob.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ron Burgundy. Tell us about the health benefits of bowling, my friend.
Lots of great health benefits from the sport of bowling, starting with improved flexibility and balance, something that is great for all of us, especially when we get older. Your joints, your ligaments, your muscles are all extending. Muscle toning and strengthening. Your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your legs, calorie burning. Rob, it says that in a 3-game league, you'll walk almost a mile carrying that heavy weight. And then finally, the mental health aspect, sharpening motor skills, improving hand-eye coordination. And studies show that just the camaraderie, being around your friends for those 2 or 3 hours during league is very important for mental health. So it's a great sport, and the beauty of it is, doesn't matter what size you are, how big or strong you are, and how old you are.
Go pick up the ball again. Do some curls for the right arm. You got to balance things out.
Okay.
In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, it is our second showdown of the day. Kris Prather, your 9 seed, set to meet that man, number 8 seed, Tom Doherty. Back inside Bayside Bowl, we have our first quarterfinalist, Jason Belmonte, barely surviving Kyle Troup. Who will he meet May 20th? We're about to find out. Tom Doherty versus Kris Prather is our next matchup. Doherty's best finish this season, 4th. Kris Prather won his first ever PBA title earlier this campaign.
The number 9 seed hails from Plainfield, Illinois. Please give it up for Kris Prather. He'll be facing the number 8 seed from Riverview, Florida. Please put your hands together for Tom Dougherty.
Tom, let's talk about you for a second here, because you told me that in 2019 it's been a solid year for you, and I have to absolutely agree. This is the 3rd show you made now. Even though you haven't won one, you have still bowled so well that you came in as the number 8 seed into the playoffs. So what would it mean for you to break through and win it all?
It would mean the whole season. I mean, I've bowled great all season, but not so great on TV. Most of that's Rob Stone's fault, but we're going to push through that today, and if I can get a win this week, it'd be the best season of my life.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and good luck to you. Now, Kris, in the last show, you were the highest ranking seed, so you got to pick the position you wanted. You decided to go in the last match, you could play on the burn. Today, you're on fresh oil. It's the same pattern, so how does that change your strategy?
It really doesn't. I mean, we're already into 20 at the arrows, so I'm really not doing anything different than what I did last night. There's just not as much friction built up. So same game plan, just going to try to bowl a good match and see what happens.
All right, thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Another look at our format here. Again, the big theme, race to 2 points. You win a game, you earn a point. If you win both games, you move on to the round of 8. However, we're tied after 2 games like we were earlier tonight between Belmonte and Troup. We go to a roll-off.
Yeah.
2-frame roll-off. That was fun earlier tonight. My goodness. Belmo looked to be in control all evening long. Troup with the rally and almost able to pull off the upset. Doherty versus Prather. Gets set. And it'll be Prather, 27-year-old, 5th year on the tour, up first on the left lane.
We did have a re-oil, Rob, after that last match. So this new matchup between Prather and Tom Doherty got to bowl on fresh oil. They warmed up on fresh oil, broke the pattern down, and they're still going to be playing in the same general vicinity, starting around that 4th arrow and swinging it to the right.
Takes care of that as Doherty steps up.
What did you do to him, by the way? Him.
Well,
him.
Tom is officially my best frenemy.
Why? Does he think you're like a
He blames me for all of his woes on television. The few woes he's had, I've been directly associated with. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I do love TD. I'm a big Tom Doherty fan. He knows it. And hey, why don't you try to find the head pin there, pal?
I can't believe he didn't look up.
I thought I was going to get blamed for that shot,
right?
As well. Well, it all goes back to Las Vegas, right? That infamous match where he struggled to just get 100 on television. You and I were on the call for that. And then we took some time apart from each other. And then we saw each other earlier this season in Oklahoma, PBA Oklahoma Open. Remember how that went?
Yeah.
Yeah, he finished 5th. He had a 162.
Yeah.
Not a good score versus Don Barrett. Again, who was calling it?
Yep.
Yeah, this guy. So he went well out of his way to let our audience know that I am to blame for his woes. Just so you know, we were able to work it out at the Oklahoma City airport later that evening, but he's struggling early on, and he's going to... It's coming. I know it.
Oh, man.
It's coming.
He is going to let you have it.
He hates me. He hates me.
Oh, there is going to be a Rob Stone blow-up here any second. Wait for it, guys.
Now going for the 1-2-10. I missed the one, but took care of the 2-10. So open frame, as expected from Tom Doherty when I'm calling his matches. I mean, he's actually lucky to be sitting down with an 18, to be honest.
What a crazy start as we take a look at Kris Prather's arsenal. Remember, the higher the number, the stronger the bowling ball. Four-pin. Winner of this match gets Jason Belmonte in the quarters. Prather, one of the few that doesn't use a spare ball. Robbie does it by flattening his hand out. Take a look at this beautiful game here. Watch the direction of his swing. Out. To in. And then that beautiful position and finish at the bottom. Guy can do a lot of things with a bowling ball, Rob. Throw it straight and curve it. Fast, slow. He's versatile. And he's got confidence now.
We saw him in week 1 take care of Darren Tang, and one of the adjectives we use to describe him, effortless.
Efficiency of motion.
Already up 21. That's our first strike here.
A beauty right here. Great balance, eyes on target, ball on target, and 10 in the pit.
Tell you what, I'm going to do Tom Doherty a favor. I'm going to back off these next 2 frames. I'm not even going to talk. It's all you, Randy.
Okay. Oh, ring 10 for Tom Doherty. As you see his line to the pocket, 16th forward out to about, what did that say, 6? 5, ring 10. At least this time, Robbie's got a great chance of making a spare with you not talking. Yep. It's working. It's really working. All right, Tom Doherty steps up in the 4th frame. Take a look at his arsenal, Savage, Life, and Web. Looks like the Web on the left lane. Now, can Tom Doherty strike without Rob Stone? They're chanting Rob Stone. Doherty has to put the ball down. Stone is not talking right now. He's not talking. Keep doing it. Come on. Rob, I think they know the story. Rob has taken his headset off. What do you say, Tom? Oh, no. I think it's just you in the building. Yeah. The good news is, it doesn't matter how many you lose by. It's just 1 point. Tom can figure it out, get lined up for game 2, unless there's a miracle that comes his way in a hurry. 35-pin deficit now can go to 45 if Prather strikes in the 4th. Rob, I'm tagging you back in, partner.
All right, we're back. Kris Prather up here in the 4th, already up 35 on TD. Handled that very well, Randy. Bartender!
Make it a double.
Week 1, opening round of the PBA playoffs. Prather versus Michael Tang. 207, 183 for Kris. As he moved on here to the round of 16. He's really embracing the new nickname, Shark.
Yeah.
That's how he signed it there. That's an inflatable shark.
That is.
That's made its way into the house.
Yeah, just to make it clear, no sharks
were harmed
in the making of this telecast.
Shark finds another victim. 3 in a row.
Another shark there.
He's right at home here on Amity Island. I'm calling this frame. I'm calling the 5th frame, Tom Doherty. You and I can work through this. We can do this together. Or not. He is... It is amazing. It is so bad. I killed this guy on television.
Oh my.
I am the Tom Doherty killer.
That looked like a pretty good shot, too, and he got 6.
He's going to yell at me soon. You know it. You know it's coming, right?
I can't believe it's taking this long.
You and me both.
Just looked
4
at
open
He
frames
finally looked at you. He finally looked at you. He gave you a wave.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, he's got 53 in the 5th.
It's another race to 100 for Doherty.
It is a race to 100.
Well, they're chanting his nickname, the Athlete.
Athlete.
Yeah.
Remember the story behind that?
I do. It's a pretty good one, actually. Curls that one in. Yeah, Tom! Get on the strike train! Welcome aboard! Let's go, kid! What took you so long, Doherty? Prather in control in game 1, but Tom Doherty finally comes through with a much-needed strike. The PBA playoffs continue after this. Every weekday morning, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, they go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon weekdays, 9:30 a.m. to noon Eastern, only on FS1. Also available on the Fox Sports app, which is also where you can watch every one of our PBA events. Tom Doherty sitting in an ugly hole, open frames in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Here he is earlier discussing matters with his tour rep.
Trust me, I was so nervous at that 10 pin. Because I'm like, I haven't hit what I was looking at. I'm 0 for 4, 0 for 2 on the disparage ball. I'm like not even close to what I was looking at. So if I do that again, I'm going to whiff the by that much. All right, I'm going to go sit down. All right. Because talking to you is not making me feel any better. Hey, man.
He's talking to his tour rep, Sean Ryan, and, you know, I feel his pain, but it was evident when he went to shoot the 2 washouts and missed the head pin. So he actually missed the head pin 4 times in 2 frames.
Yeah, it is definitely not looking good for Doherty right now. Kris Prather currently up 66 pins here in the 6th. He's got 3 in a row. Looking for a 4-bagger. Won't find it. With commercial breaks throughout the season, we've seen them ice the pros a couple times.
Well, that wasn't that bad of a shot. It may have been a little to the right, but leaving the 2-pin, he did miss 3 right down lane, and only leaving the 2-pin is a nice thing to have happen to you, especially when you have the lead.
Again, this is the first to 2 points each game worth 1 point. So it's a little ugly right here in game 1, but another chance for Tom Doherty. Should he not rally here to get that win in game 2 and force that 2-frame roll-off that we saw earlier tonight when Jason Belmonte took care of Kyle Troup.
Well, the rest of this game, Tom Doherty's, all he's going to do is try to figure out how to get to the pocket
but he's also having trouble repeating shots and hitting his target. So he's going to just try to figure out how to get that done in the next 4 frames that he has. Light again for Kris Prather.
That could have been 6.
Well, you heard him say it. That could have been 6, Rob. So he missed wide again. I think they're chanting bigger boat.
Going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to take care of Jaws,
Yeah.
the shark, you need a bigger boat.
Amityville far from here?
It's a made-up, fictional beach town. But no, it's in New England.
Right.
Long Island Soundish. All right, come on, Tom Doherty. Here we are in the 7th, down 64. Off a strike.
Well, he's afraid to move deeper and open up his angles because he doesn't think it's going to curve back. And that's what he's struggling with right now.
Takes care of the 3-6-10. Right, let's take a look at tonight's track technique.
Well, we have 3 players on this telecast that don't use their thumb, and they all look different. You noticed a lot more elbow bend with Jason Belmonte. Kyle, not as much. And then the unique push away and the one-handed no-thumb style of Tom Doherty. One thing all 3 have in common, Rob, a lot of power.
So strike, spare. That's the best pair of frames he's been able to put together thus far tonight. Tom can only max out at 183. He's at 83 right now.
He's going to bowl well over 100 this game.
Hey, he better. I'll never hear the end of it. Are you kidding me? A 7-10? Of course. Of course it's a 7-10.
Oh, my gosh.
Honestly, I might need some security protection here. I might see myself out the back door.
Well, we got a bulletproof vest coming for you, so hang tight. Make it!
And another open frame for Tom. Good news, good news.
Yeah.
Triple digits.
$100 is the chance.
It's uncool, man. That's uncool.
Well, he tried a different ball there, and
so that wraps it up. Prather has won game 1. Good news for Tom is this one is over. Turn the page.
yeah.
Get a new start on this race to 2 points. Prather already confirmed with that 1 point. They'll bowl out. We'll take a break. When we return, the second game of this round of 16 matchup. Prather dominated the first. And our guy, TD, Tom Doherty, resurface and take down the Shark. Make sure to join us for our next PBA telecast here on FS1 next Monday night, 9 Eastern. PBA playoffs continue here from Portland, Maine. Continuing coverage of the round of 16. Monday night, 9 Eastern here on FS1. Simonson, Page, Tackett versus Gomez. EJ Tackett, pound for pound, the strongest ball in the game, according to Randy Peterson.
I think so, and I think there's a lot of players that'll agree with me.
There's Tom Doherty, down 1 point to 0.
Well,
it was a forgettable first game for him.
It sure was, and let's see, he's made a ball change, and let's see if he can find something.
Ah, he's got something there. He's got something there. Tired of being your fall guy, Doherty. Doherty lost 222 to 137, an 83 pin route. I'm sorry, 85 pin route. Doherty only had one strike against Prather in the first game. Prather matches Doherty there with the strike as well in the first.
He's made a ball change and he's opened up his angles.
Again, it's a race to 2. Prather with 1 point already, having won the first game. If Tom can win this second game, we'll go to a 2-frame roll-off, which we saw earlier tonight when Jason Belmonte took care of Kyle Troup.
And have you mentioned the winner of this match gets to bowl?
The number 1 seed, Jason Belmonte, later in May. Opening double for Prather.
Keeping the heat on Doherty. Just a beautiful game, man. I really like this game. Said it before. And now he's got confidence. So when you have skill and confidence, it's a good combination to have.
Won the Scorpion Championship earlier this season at the World Series of Bowling. TD.
Yeah, he got it left the target. I think he's having some timing issues right now. He's not getting to the foul line consistently, and it's making his direction change when he lets go of the bowling ball. Some are right, some are left. Hard to get his hand to do the same thing twice. Remember when he was talking to his tour rep earlier, he was saying, yeah, man, I'm missing by 3 and 4 boards. I can't hit my target, and that's usually a timing thing.
A strike spare to start for Doherty. Again, he must win this game. Tom's best finish this season, 4th place at the Go Bowling PBA Indianapolis Open. He was the 3 seed in that one, lost his first match to the big nasty Wes Malott.
Damn it.
Got it about a board and a half right of his last shot on that lane and comes up light, leaving the 2-8.
So he's going to try and chop down the double wood here. And he does. Stays clean. And that's important because there weren't too many clean frames for him in the last game.
But you're right, but Prather is stringing strikes.
Correct.
Prather's hitting the pocket.
Kris with a 222 in the opening game. Saw he finished 4th there in Jonesboro back in early March. Three in a row. Now the shark feeling it, smells blood.
Well, he's got a good look. He's throwing the ball well. And he also knows that he's going up against an opponent who's struggling.
Prather perfect through 3, steps up now in the 4th. Bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. The shark surfaces. God, boy, I really sold that one hard. God, I just needed a strike, Randy.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
That's what, you know what? You won that one. You won that one, my friend.
Oh,
jeez. You know how hard it is to try to play the theme to Jaws without musical help?
I loved where you were going with that.
And I don't even buy this shark nickname either. You know, to me, he's Clark Kent.
I like Clark Kent. Look, he's got the curl going the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, no kryptonite in store for him today.
I guess we'll swim with the shark for now. Here's the athlete, the ultimate athlete, Tom Doherty. Why do they call him the athlete? Well, some of his friends here in Portland not too long ago took him out candlepin bowling. And everybody's like, oh, candlepin bowling is very hard, very challenging, very difficult. Tom stepped up, crushed it. He said, that's what I do. I'm an athlete. That's what I just succeed at everything. So Portland has held on to the nickname, the Athlete.
Well, he shot like 140 playing candlepin, which is, it's like bowling like 280 in our sport.
He didn't even get 140 his last game.
No, 137.
Now, that look says it all.
Yep.
You know who his kryptonite is?
You.
Yep. Strike, spare, spare, spare. Needs to start stringing some strikes together. Will it start here in the 5th for Tom Doherty? Way right of target.
Throw that ball on this lane.
He's getting more and more gray with each shot. And, you know, you got to feel for, especially having bowled on tour for as many years as I did, and watching a player go through something like this is zero fun, not only for the player, but to watch as a player. You got to feel for Tom having to go through this.
We're not enjoying it. I know we're laughing about it and having fun, but there are few people who want to see Tom succeed more on television than Tom, myself, you. How about some good news for Tom? Remember what's coming his way in mid-May?
I do. I'd like you to tell the story, though.
His first grandkid.
Yep.
A grandkid on the way in just a couple weeks. I'm not sure if he's looking forward to that or not. I think once it's here, he will be, but Doherty takes a seat to watch the shark.
Well, he asked it to hook, and it did late. Listen to him.
.26-pin lead. Far from insurmountable, but Tom's got to start sorting things out ASAP. For the push, pushes all 10 into the pit.
Another beautiful shot. 36-pin lead now through 5.5.
Prather sits with a 36-pin lead. Can he fend off Tom Doherty and advance to the round of 8? We'll conclude their match next here on FS1. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Go Bowling. For promotional offers, tips to improve your game, news, or to locate a bowling center near you, log on to gobowling.com. We bring you back inside Bayside Bowl. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler back here with you. Round of 16 opening night coverage set to conclude. Earlier tonight, your 1 seed Jason Belmonte took care of Kyle Troup. There's Tom Doherty. Lost the first game. Down big early, but not yet out of it. Gets his second strike of this match.
And I think about through 6 frames and a game, Tom Doherty's probably thrown every bowling ball he brought from Florida to Portland, Maine for this event, trying to find something.
It's been a really good year for him, too, by the way. And that's why he's your 8 seed. That's why he had a bye. bowled particularly well in the big events.
Mm-hmm. He's gotten close in some of the majors. He's bowled well in pretty much all of the majors.
There we go.
Well, now he's going to give Prather a little something to think about, but Prather's dialed in, and he's got a 26-pin lead. Watch that ball cross just inside a fourth arrow.
His first double here in game 2. A must-win game for Doherty, otherwise Prather is going to move on.
That shark is awful. It looked awful close to Doherty. Like it was just close enough to bite him.
Punch it in the nose, Tom. Punch it in the nose.
You don't go for the eyes?
The eyes.
Yeah, the eyes, right?
Go for both.
Yeah. Flat 10. Pretty good shot, but just a little weak coming around the corner.
Women's World Cup coming your way. Just a couple weeks away. Early June from France. Every game live on Fox and FS1. Back here in Portland, Maine. 10-pin conversion. Converted 95% of the time.
So I'm going to throw a little number at you.
Yes, sir.
So we'll give Prather a strike here in the 8th frame. If Doherty strikes when he gets up, if he strikes in the 8th and the 9th, we'll have a 5-pin game.
Tom likes that math. A lot better than the math he was looking at in game 1 when he threw a 137, had only one strike, lost by 85 pins to Prather, who was selected by the Portland Lumberjacks not too long ago. Portland's really excited to have him on their team as well. Sixth strike for Prather here in our second game.
See that silver tape on his fingers. He said, well, I cut. My fingers split open pretty bad and had to start taping them. Cut them up at the World Series of Bowling, and so I tape up my fingers and go to bigger inserts.
Doherty on the right lane. Come on, 10-pin.
Yeah, that was kind of a hose job there. Because that could have cut the deficit and given him a glimmer of hope, but now it's gone to 26. That ring and 10 stands there stubbornly.
A much better game here for Doherty.
Yeah.
No open frames, but only one pair of strikes right there in the 5th, in the 6th and the 7th, I should say. Down 26. Crazier things have happened for sure.
Another good one. What could have been if he carries that ring 10, Rob? It would have been a 5-pin differential between the two. Players working those rosin bags. A lot of them keep them in their pockets, digging those fingers into those finger holes. Working on a strike here in the 9th.
Messenger just misses the 10.
Max score now for Doherty, 222. Prather's at 228 right now.
A lot of the pros told us, Randy, that one of the most intimidating things here at Bayside Bowl, these single pin spare conversions, the pressure the crowd puts on you, has gotten to some of the pros in the past, doesn't affect Prather there in the 9th.
Well, even Doherty said that missing a single pin spare is a choke. He also said the first time in Portland, Maine was so intimidating it was scary. Right now, Kris Prather, a strike and good count. He's moving on to take on Jason Belmonte. If he opens, Tom Doherty can still win game 2 and send this to a roll-off.
The shark is circling his prey. Blood is in the water, and Doherty's about to go down.
Yeah, he's pretty much finished now, where Kris Prather only needs 5 pins in 2 shots. Game over.
So our first top 8 competitor has been eliminated. Tom Doherty done. Prather advances to meet Jason Belmonte. Coverage of that one Monday, May 20th, right here on FS1.
Pretty solid 2 games bowled by Kris Prather.
222 in the first, 228 here.
Pretty solid. Tom Doherty had trouble finding anything. Found it late in game 2, and what could have been if he carries the ring 10 on that lane right there. Could have been tied up, gone to a roll-off, and who knows. But instead, Prather moves on.
For Tom. Steps up one last time.
Right now, he's just trying to exercise the Rob Stone demons.
Those demons can haunt you a long time. Closes things out with what else? A ham bone. Tom gets the high fives. Prather gets the win.
Tom will be back for the league championships when we come back in July. Right now, it's all Kris Prather moving on to take on the #1 player in the world.
Double dose of shark. And a message. We eatin'. Not sure smack talk is in the Sharks' normal repertoire, but he's starting to embrace it a little bit. Prather, Belmo advance tonight to move on to the quarterfinals. Those two meet May 20th on FS1. Kimberly Pressler standing by with our winner.
I sure am. So let's talk about this match for a quick second here, because first of all, congratulations, because you absolutely took advantage of all the mistakes that Tom had tonight. He was just struggling both physically and mentally, but I know you just signed that board, so you know who you're taking on in your next show, which is Jason Belmonte, so you can't expect that to happen in your next one. So what are your thoughts on that?
You know, it's always tough bowling Belmo, and he's going to tear up the lanes like he does every week. So it's just going to try to stay ahead of him and use the friction that he's going to create to my advantage. And, you know, just bowl a good match again and see what happens.
I saw you put a little message up there. It says, "We eatin'." Was that for Belmonte?
Well, it's more for everybody else because they said get a bigger boat. So trying.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Coming your way next Monday here on FS1, the PBA playoffs continue. Your 4-seed Anthony Simonson meets the lone lefty on that side of the bracket, Rhino Page, EJ Tackett, versus the Colombian Andres Gomez. Again, next Monday, 9 Eastern, right here on FS1. The evening started with your 1-seed and best bowler on the planet, Jason Belmonte, being pushed to the brink by Kyle Troup, but Belmo able to advance. And then Kris Prather would join Belmo in the quarterfinals. Tom Doherty unable to fend off the shark. Prather and Belmo will meet later in May. We'll see you again next Monday when our coverage of the PBA playoffs continues.